Hey Internet, Eric here. Tonight's my movie thought is a blind review. I literally went into this movie blind. I had never seen it before this review that I'm going to give or discuss. Um, I know some friends who really enjoy it. I know some friends who just thought it was okay. Um, I'm a big Bruce Willis fan. I love the Die Hard films, um, Moonlighting, Blind Date, The Expendables. Um, Look up his Wikipedia. 90% of his stuff that I've seen, I really enjoy. And this was in the era, the early '90s. It was after Die Hard. Um, so Bruce Willis was a go-to guy. I'm talking Hudson Hawk. Came out in '91. At least that's what it says on the back. Obviously, I'll have the real year, down in the description. Also stars like Danny Aiello from Do the Right Thing, and Andy McDowell, and Sandra Bernhard, and Andrew Bernarski. Yeah. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I do discuss plot spoilers and certain scenes, but that's just how I talk movies. Basic plot from what I got from this film is Bruce Willis plays Hudson Hawk, fantastic cat burglar, finally getting out of jail. Danny Aiello picks him up. They do another job together, and then he's hired to steal crystals that were reveals that crystals that have something to do with Leonardo Da Vinci and Sandra Bernhard and her husband or boyfriend or boy toy or whoever it is want to get these crystals and put them together to somehow be able to rule mankind. At least that's how I got it. I'm not going to go on Wikipedia right now and check it out. And Hudson Hawk, with the help of Danny Aiello and Andy McDowell, try to stop them. And he's also being chased by a group of thugs. One of them is Andrew Bernarski, who I absolutely fucking love in everything. If you're wondering, he's Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboots. He's in Batman Returns. He's Zangief in Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Anyways, okay. Once again, Bruce Willis is very charismatic. He's very fun, very funny, very slapsticky in some parts. And it's good. He's very likable as Hudson Hawk. He gets out of jail, and basically all he wants to do is settle down and have a cappuccino, and that's an ongoing joke for the rest of the fucking movie where he can never have his cappuccino. He's got great chemistry with Danny Aiello. They work really well together, really good buddies. It's not like I would say buddy cop, but they're not cops, but real good buddy film. He's got an okay chemistry with Andy McDowell. Like I said, he's very likable. He's charming. He's '90s Bruce Willis. Yeah. How do I discuss the rest of this film, though? Man, that's tough. It starts out very slapsticky, and I'm thinking it's going to be like maybe Blind Date or Moonlighting, because we start out, with a storybook being opened, and we have a narrator discussing about Leonardo da Vinci, and we see Leonardo there, and he's dealing with his, people he lives with. And he's trying to paint the Mona Lisa, and it's very slapsticky. So I think it's going to be, a goofy film. And there are some goofy scenes. But then a lot of the jokes, I think, fall flat or they're unmemorable. And that's true because right now I can't think of a single funny joke in this film other than the opening sequence with Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah, this seems like a goofy action comedy, but a lot of the jokes fall flat. And a lot of it has to do with anyone who's not Danny Aiello or Bruce Willis. Andy McDowell plays a nun, I think, working for the Vatican, and her boss is the creepy German guy or the scary German guy from the Monster Squad, and she's got an okay chemistry with Bruce Willis. You know, she's taken her vows. She can't have sex, this and that. But she's fallen in love with Bruce Willis. So there's a funny scene where her, Bruce, and Danny Aiello are in the same room together, and they're going to fall asleep, and Danny says he'll sleep on the floor, and Bruce is trying to get in the bed, and Andy's basically saying he's got to sleep on the couch, and Danny is giving him the shit-eating grin, so that's funny. But then the rest of the jokes kind of fall flat. I mean, there's a scene where Sandra Bernhard and her husband or whoever are interrogating Andy McDowell, and she starts squawking like a dolphin for some reason. I kind of had already checked out at that time, but towards the end of the film, I don't know why she was doing that. I don't know if she was drugged or if she was pretending to be batshit insane. So that was not a funny joke. Let's discuss the worst part of this film. The worst part is the bane of my existence, Sandra Bernhard. Oh, fuck me. I have disliked Sandra ever since I've seen her on Roseanne. I find her hard to look at. I know there are a couple people that disagree with me. You know who you are if you're watching this. But, to each their own. But I find her hard to look at. I find her hard to listen to in this film. She's so goddamn annoying in this film. I mean, Jesus Christ. She doesn't have an inside voice, so she's always talking 300 decibels louder than she should. There's a scene when we're introduced to her and she's just sitting on a table listening to her Walkman, singing the I've Got the Power song, and it's so off-key, which is probably the point, but the problem is she's so fucking annoying, it just, nails it on a chalkboard. And there's an ongoing joke with her little fucking dog, and she says the dog's name and then yells ball ball, and then the dog goes and runs to get the ball or some shit like that. Bad. Horrible. Shoot myself every time I want to listen to her. She's horrible in this film. Sorry, but she's not good at all. There are some, like I said, there are some good memorable scenes. I like the scene where, like I said, Bruce and Danny, I'm just going to call them by their actor names. Bruce and Danny are being chased by another group of people. And I think they're the CIA or something like that. It's hard to follow. Some old dude that you see all the time, Andrew Bernarski, some black chick, and then another guy. Okay? And they all have weird, like, candy bar names. Don't fucking know. There's one scene that I think is really funny. And is when they wake up. Like I just discussed the scene where Bruce is trying to get into Andy McDowell's bedroom. They wake up and they're affected with some paralyzing dart. And there's a funny scene how they can only move their heads, Bruce and Danny, and the I'll just call them the bad guys. The group of guys are putting their hands and stuff in positions that they have to that they're frozen like, and they're just talking like this and moving like this and trying to fight, where they can't move. That's really funny. That's good physical comedy. I really liked it. I liked how that scene ended. It was really well done. Other than the fact that one person blew up and you could fucking tell it was a dummy. It was really bad. But that scene was fun. There was a good action sequence where Bruce is he's going down the highways on like a stretcher, to go into the back of an ambulance. That's a good scene. There's some cool cuts here. I'm trying to remember. I think there's a scene where Bruce is doing a cat burglary, and he's falling down, and then as he's falling, it cuts to him. It looks like he falls right into a chair that's in someone's living room, and he's just like sitting there reading the paper or something, talking to a guy that hired him. So that was a really cool cut. This was directed by Michael Lehman? No fucking clue who that is. So there is some good in this. But a lot of this movie, I thought a lot of it, since the jokes weren't that great, I thought it kind of bored me. And that's bad because a Bruce Willis film, other than Disney's The Kid, hasn't really bored me. And I really thought this started off good, but then maybe like 20 minutes in there, it just kind of went, and then kind of went, and then went, and a lot of it is like Sandra Bernhard. I can't fucking stand her in this film. And then her husband or whoever, he's not an intimidating villain. He's a dork, and that's the problem. You want an intimidating villain. This is some dumb annoying bitch and some dork that you want them to die, not because they're the bad guys, not because they're trying to kill Andy McDowell and Bruce Willis. It's because you just want them to be off screen, and that's a major problem here. Yeah, wow. I really wanted to enjoy this film, and I'm sorry to say I didn't. I probably will I say you need to avoid it? No. It's maybe worth one watch if you like Bruce Willis, especially 90s Bruce Willis, early 90s Bruce Willis. But there is no replay value. The replay value is just, thrown out the window, mainly because of Sandra Bernhard, the shitty other villain, and then just, the attempts on Joe. What was it? Are they in Italy or Greece or France or wherever the fuck they're supposed to be? And just out of nowhere, they're looking at all these ruins, and Bruce points out to he asks Danny. He says, "What are all those things on the ground?" He's looking at the ruins, and Danny's like, "Those are called ruins." And Bruce says, "Oh, well, that's a clever name." Who wrote this shit? I don't know. Story by Bruce Willis himself. Oh, Jesus Christ. Bruce, you wrote this yourself. And Robert Kraft. Well, I don't know who Robert Kraft is, but god damn it, Bruce Willis. Not good. Not good at all. Just stick to the acting and the action, not the writing. Overall, I don't know really what else to say about this film. Did I hate it? Absolutely not. There was, like I said, there were some cool scenes. That scene where they're paralyzed is funny as fuck. I really like it. I love Andrew Bernarski as the dumb shit. The dumb shit guy who's working for a group of guys who wants to kill Bruce Willis, but he's also there to help Bruce Willis. I don't fucking know. It's kind of confusing. But I love Andrew Bernarski and everything I've seen him in, so. Charming Bruce Willis, Andrew Bernarski, some good, action sequences. That fucking paralyzed scene, great. Sandra Bernhard, other guy, other villain, unfunny. Andy McDowell, squawking like a dolphin. Unfunny jokes. Sorry. Gotta say, I did not like this film overall. There's more bad than good. Is it worth watching once? Yeah, it's worth watching once to see the good parts that I just discussed. But there's no replay value, like I said, because Sandra Bernhard sucks nuts real bad. And her fucking... Oh, I will say, it was kind of funny when the dog got it. Ball, and he flies out the fucking window. Spoilers. I don't care. But yeah, overall, I do not recommend Hudson Hawk. Overall, I was bored, and there wasn't a lot of funny parts in it, and it's a comedy, and I didn't laugh that much. So overall, sorry, disappointed. Can't recommend Hudson Hawk. That's it. I don't know what else to fucking say about this movie, but I will say, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. Click that little bell to tell you that I've uploaded a new video or some shit like that. Fucking YouTube. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell Hudson Hawk that, his career sucks in this film. Check out my other stuff, my cartoon commentaries. You Hate It, I Don't. Drunken Rants. Everything else, I got playlists for shit. But yeah. Cheers, and... God damn you, Sandra Bernhard. You ruin everything.